Legs crossed.
Legs are crossed.
Sitting up nice and tall. You can bring a block under your hips if you'd like to extend the spine a little bit, or you can bring a bolster or a blanket or a pillow, anything you have. And then take your hands to your thighs or your knees and take your shoulders up, back, and down away from your ears a few times. Go in both directions. Drop your chin to your chest, close your eyes, lengthen through the back of the neck, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift your head and settle in for a moment. We'll begin, as we always do, by landing in the space, coming onto our mats, and committing to breath and movement for the next hour. Begin by deepening the breath, emptying completely. Perhaps you can even cultivate a pause at the top and bottom of the inhalation and exhalation in an effort to slow things down. And as we encourage the lengthening and slowing of our breath, we'll also encourage the slowing of our thoughts. Start to notice your body, taking a scan. Allowing for softening and release where there's tension and tightness. And then if you'd care to set an intention for practice today, you can. You can bring your palms together at your heart and call to mind an intention or a dedication for this morning's practice. Something you can hold with you if you get distracted or if your mind starts to wander. You can come back to it. Take a full breath in and let a breath go. Do that one more time. Lengthen. And as you exhale, soften. Excellent. Blink your eyes open. Drop your hands to your thighs. Start to take some circles through the torso. Big circles in one direction. And then go around the other way. And then come to a neutral spine. Reach up tall on the inhalation. Reach your fingertips to the sky. Lengthen through the side body. We're going to take the left hand across, centering the right hand behind you. Find your twist, gazing over your back shoulder on your exhalation. And then next time you inhale, come through center, reach up tall. As you exhale, go the other way. Center your left hand behind you and look over your left shoulder. Let's do that one more time on each side, sitting up nice and tall. Find your exhalation to twist. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to twist. Go over your back shoulder. Good. Come back to neutral. We're going to take our legs out in front of us. Reach out long in front of you and start to lean back. Next time you inhale, reach your right toes for the sky. Straighten your right knee. Exhale to drop. Let's do that a couple more times. Left and drop. Right. Drop, left, drop. Now we'll bring both feet up, shins parallel to the earth. Let yourself wobble. Maybe you even tip back a little bit here. If you want to take your hands gently behind your thighs, you can straighten your knees, pointing your toes towards the ceiling. You should be able to continue with breathing and talking. Bring the shins back to parallel. Reach out long in front of you. Then take the soles of the feet together. Come into your cobbler's pose. Pressing down on the knees a little bit. Find your sits bones and then hinge forward at the hips gently. If you want to come down a little lower, you can. Find that place of sensation. And as you breathe in, draw the crown of your head forward. As you breathe out, maybe you take your nose a little bit closer towards your toes. Pull your torso back up to neutral. Bring the knees back in. We're going to come right back into boat pose, lifting up through the toes, leaning back. That's okay. Try not to let this all happen in your hip flexor. You want to feel the engagement of the core. Next time you exhale, reach to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. One more time, each side, center and right, center and left. Drop the feet. This time take the hands around the backs of the thighs. Grab onto one wrist. Round your spine. Drop your chin into your chest. Release through the low back here. And then back to a neutral spine. We're going to come onto hands and knees and find child's pose. Bringing the toes together, knees apart. Come all the way back onto your heels with the hips and reach out long in front of you, forehead to the mat. And then walk both hands over to the right side of the mat. Let the left hand drape over the right hand. And then go the other way. Back to your neutral child's pose. We'll come onto hands and knees. Table pose, stack your joints. And then send your right foot back, flexing your foot like you're pressing your right foot against the wall. The ankle's going to be in line with the hip. As you exhale, bring the knee to the nose, round the spine. Do that again. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to crunch, knee to nose. Drop the crown of the head. One more time, lengthen. And crunch. Send it back one more time, and then slowly set the knee down. Realign the hips, and we'll do it on the other side, sending the left foot back with a long breath in. Exhale to crunch, round the spine, drop the head. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. One more time, lengthen. And crunch. Back to neutral, send it out long, and then the knee comes down. This time we're going to step both feet back to come into plank pose. You can always drop knees for supported plank. Drop the hips down, crown of the head forward. Next time you exhale, we're coming to down dog. Go ahead and pedal your feet out here. Bend one knee as you press the opposite heel down to the ground. Shake the head out. And then rock it forward to plank position, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, let's take it back to down dog. One more time, go forward on the inhalation. Down dog on the exhalation and hold it. Let's start to walk feet to hands, forward fold. Take opposite elbows here for your ragdoll. You can step out wide here. You can bend into your knees here. Shaking your head out, creating length through the entire back body. If you'd like a different variation here, you can take a toe hold or you can take your hands behind your calves. Really encourage the lengthening of the spine, the lengthening in the backs of the legs, the back of the neck. Release any bind you have. Next time you breathe in, reach all the way up, palms together, and then bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, mountain pose. Stand up tall. Equally distribute your weight onto both feet. Next time you inhale, reach up high. As you exhale, forward fold, soft knees. Inhale, lengthen halfway, hands to shins. Exhale to fold. Let's step just the left foot back, low lunge, come onto the ball of the left foot. Drop the left knee, untuck the back toe, sweep up. Slide the hips forward, low lunge. Exhale, cactus arms, find your heart opener. You forgot your cactus arms.
I did.
Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find your cactus arms. One more time, reach it up. Find your cactus arms. This time, send your arms up high. As you exhale, drop your hands down to frame your front foot. We're going to take both hands to the inside of the right foot and walk the right foot out, finding a little baby lizard here. You can keep the back knee down and really slide into the back hip flexor. Or if you want to, you can tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, and find a more active version of this. This might also feel better on your back knee. Pressing firmly into the palms. Take 3 breaths here. And then if you're not already there, lift the back knee and step back into plank pose. Find your plank. Both knees come down to the mat this time. We're going to lower onto the belly, half chaturanga, pull the elbows slowly into the ribs, come all the way down. Inhale, little baby cobra, peel the head, neck, and chest. As you exhale, drop the forehead. Do that again, keep the elbows tucked in. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, drop the forehead. Come back to table pose, hands and knees. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, enjoying this down dog. Head hangs heavy, shake it out. And then start to walk the feet towards the hands again. We're going to come back into our forward fold. This time as you take ragdoll, see if you can put the opposite hand on top. So doing this in a way that it feels a little more awkward. Swaying, bending and straightening knees. Next time you inhale, reach all the way up high to the sky, palms together. Exhale, mountain pose. Walk the feet right under the hips. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold. This time, let's step just the right foot back, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Find your lunge and then drop the back knee and untuck the back toe. Slide into the back hip flexor and sweep hands high to the sky. This time, release your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Straighten your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your fist up and away from your back. Lift your chin a little bit here. Take 2 breaths. And then send the hands high to the sky again. Drop the hands down to frame the front foot. We're going to take both hands to the inside of the left foot. We're going to find our lizard. So decide what you'd like to do here. If you'd like to tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, or leave the back knee down. If you're not already there, tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee, let's find our plank pose. And then if you'd like to flow, you can go through your flow, or you can skip it, meeting in downward facing dog. This time, let's send the right leg high, lift it up, and then take the right knee to touch the right elbow and hover. Try to find a little bit of ease here. Hold it, and then send it back with an inhalation. We're going to step through. We're going to find our low lunge. And then sweep up, high lunge, crescent warrior. You're on the ball of the back foot. Set the hips down. Take a moment to find your balance. And then next time you exhale, take your left hand forward, right hand back. Find your big twist. This time, come back through center. Bring your palms together over your head. Bring your hands to your heart. Option to reach forward and take a deeper twist, or come into that open arm twist, bringing your thumbs to your breastbone. Keep the back leg active. One more breath. Then come back to your crescent warrior, fingertips high to the sky. Palms together at your heart. Gaze to the front of the mat. Keep the bend in the front knee. We're coming to chair pose. Big step forward, find your chair pose. Keep your hands at your heart center. Shift your weight down and back into your heels. Maybe even lift your toes. And then find arms lifting up. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, settle your hips down a little bit more. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Make your way to down dog. Take your flow if you want to take your flow, or step back and come to down dog. This time, left foot rises. Left knee touches left elbow for your hover. Step it back. And then come through low lunge. Keep your hands planted to start. And then when you feel balanced, slide up. Crescent warrior. Same thing here. Next time you exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, twist across, or take your open arm twist. Come back to high lunge rather, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together. Start to look to the top of the mat, bend into the back knee, step forward, chair pose. Next time you inhale, reach up. Exhale to settle your hips down a little bit more. One more time like that. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, settle the hips down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, straighten the knees forward, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Make your way to down dog. Take your flow or step back into plank and then send your hips high to the sky. Your choice. And we'll take a few breaths in child's pose here. Checking and seeing how that first bit of movement felt in our body. And then coming back to your downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips high. Our actual dog is participating today. All right, let's start on the left foot this time. So we're going to inhale and send the left leg high. This time, take the left knee to touch the left elbow. Doing that again. Send it back. And then step through. This time, we're coming to warrior one. Plant the foot, rise up. Take a moment to settle in through both feet so that you feel supported through both feet. Your hips are swiveling to the top of the mat. Release your hands behind your back. Open your heart. Lift your chest. Lift your chin. We're coming to our humble warrior. Long, long spine. Drop the shoulder blade down. Drop the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Keep your warrior one feet. Look at your back, right toe, and breathe. Come back up to warrior one. Reach your hands up high to the sky. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale. Straighten the front knee. Step the back foot in a little bit, maybe a third of the way. And then rotate your hips to the top of the mat. We're going to find pyramid, reaching up high. As you exhale, reach forward, lengthen your spine as much as you can, and then drop your hands where you'd like to drop them. Blocks, books, the mat. If you want to take opposite elbows behind your back, opposite elbows and opposite hands, you can do that, or opposite wrists and opposite hands. See if you can release through your head. Release the bind, come all the way back up with your hands and step back, bend into your front knee, find your warrior one again, coming right back into warrior one. This time we're gonna drop our hands down for standing splits, peeling the back leg up. Lead with the right heel, and then take your left hand around the back of your left ankle, look behind you, and then see if you can take your right hand around the back of your left ankle. So playing with this balancing pose. We'll move into half moon, taking your left hand down onto the earth or onto a block. And then start to swivel your right arm up and over your head as you pull your right hip over your left hip. Imagine there's a wall behind you and you're pressing both shoulders and both hips into that wall. You can send your arm up. You can take that half bind if you have it. Right hand grabs right foot. And then if you have the bind, release it. We're gonna meet in warrior two. So start to bend into the standing knee and step back, wide stance, warrior two. Good. Settle in for a moment. Flip both palms over, release the shoulders. Flip the palms back, gaze over your front fingertips. Flip your front palm, find peaceful warrior, reach up and back, and then straighten your front knee. Start to peel your left toes from the mat. Come onto your left heel, reach back, reach back, reach back. And then release the foot and find triangle pose. Pull yourself back up to neutral. Bend into the left knee, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, bring it up and back. Now let's take the hands around to the inside of the left foot for our lizard. So this time, same options as before. You can drop the back knee. You can stay up on the toe. You can come down onto your forearms. You can walk the left foot out and come onto the knife edge of your left foot. If you want to take a bind, you bend the left knee and reach, or right knee and reach back, left hand, right foot. Walk that left foot forward a little more. Yeah. So with the ankles under the knee. Does that feel okay? Mm-hmm. No. Doesn't hurt, does it?
No.
All right, we're going to release any binds we have. We're going to come back up onto the palms, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, stay right here. We're going to step forward into our squat. Back foot meets the front. Halasana garland pose. Drop the tailbone down. You can sit on blocks here. You can even bring your hips all the way down to the earth. Think about lengthening the spine, drawing the crown of the head up. You can take your hands, make fists, and press your fists together to drive the elbows into the knees a little more to encourage more of a rotation through the hips. Drop your hands to the mat. If you'd like to practice your crow pose here, you can practice your crow pose. We're going to meet in a standing forward fold. So if you'd like to pop into crow or work on crow for a couple breaths, go ahead and do that now. And then we'll meet in a standing forward fold, and we'll try crow again on the other side. So find your forward fold, take your ragdoll. You can also take hands behind your back and take your fist over your back. Bringing out the shoulders a little bit here. And then drop the hands down, bend the knees, come up all the way to standing, palms up over your head, palms together. Find your little back bend. And then as you exhale, find your mountain pose. Take a moment to settle into your feet. To distribute your weight. Next time you inhale, reach up high to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold here, make your way to down dog. Flow if you'd like to flow. This time the right leg's gonna come up. Inhale, lead with the right heel. Take the right knee to touch the right elbow. Exhale. Let's send it back up. And then step it through. Warrior one. Take your time, rise, and bring the energy up with you. Settle in. Relax the shoulders. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Palms together, chest lifts, shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, humble warrior, long spine. Look at your left foot. Come back up, warrior one. Bring your palms together at your heart. Straighten the front knee, stuff the back foot in a little bit. We're gonna square our hips to the top of the mat and prepare for pyramid. Reach up tall. Exhale, come forward. Reach, get long, and then find your version of this pose. Try not to lock either one of your knees. And swivel your left hip forward, right hip back. There's another arm variation you like. You can take reverse prayer or shoulder stretch. Let's come back up. We're going to find warrior one again. So reach up, step out a little wider, and bend into the front knee. Press into the front foot, press into the back foot. As you exhale, drop your hands down, standing splits. Peel the back leg up, lead with the left heel. Drop the head. And then if you want to work with balance here, right hand around the back of the right ankle. Maybe the left hand comes around the back of the right ankle also. Start moving into your half moon. Take the right hand down to the earth or a block and start to spin left hip over right hip, left shoulder over right shoulder. I think I'm out of the frame now. So playing with this idea of balance, if there's a wall nearby and you want to take your body to lean against a wall, it really helps with feeling the alignment. And you can work on the bind if you have it. And if you have the bind, you can work on letting the right hand go as well. So if you feel steady, you can take the right hand and place it on your heart. And then release binds if you have them. We're going to meet in warrior two. You doing okay?
Yeah, keep going.
All right, it's part of it. So find your warrior two. Rotate your torso towards the long edge of the mat. Send your elbows or your arms, fingertips out in separate directions and settle in. Flip your front palm. Let's come to peaceful warrior. And then straighten the right knee and come onto the right heel, side body stretch. Find some length. Replace the foot. Start to reach forward for your triangle pose. Rotate the left shoulder over the right shoulder. Pull yourself back up, press into your feet, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, lizard. Both hands come to the inside of the right foot, this time coming onto the ball of the left foot. Find your variation you prefer here. Forearms making the bind, maybe even taking flight if you have Kundalini in your practice. Tucking your back toe, lift your back knee up, find your plank pose, and then make your way to down dog. Take a flow if you want it, or come directly to down dog. This time we're going to look to the top of the mat since I forgot Malasana. We're going to take a little bend into the knees and take a couple little hops here. Whoops. A couple little bouncing balls. Bring your heels up to your hips. I'm on a slippery mat, so it's not going to work for me. And then when you're ready to find your squat, look to the top of the mat. You're going to bring your feet to the outside edges of your hands. So feet meet pinkies. And find your squat. And then come out of the frame again. Settling down here, sit all the way down on your tailbone if that's more appropriate. You're welcome to play with crow again here, or if you'd like to take a twist, you can drop the right hand down, take the left arm up, big inhale. As you exhale, come back through center. Do it on the other side, drop the left hand and the right arm up. Come back through center. One more time each side, inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open the wings. Exhale to close. We're going to plant our palms, lift the tailbone up high, forward fold, and then walk your feet so that they're right under your hips. Bend into your knees a lot and start to roll up slowly. We're going to come to mountain pose, drawing the head and neck up last. Bring the hands together at the heart. Start to press the right foot into the mat, coming into tree pose. Find the variation of tree that works for you today. Being mindful of your right knee. Don't press into the right knee with the left foot. And then we'll work on kicking ourselves off balance a little bit. Left hand to left thigh, right arm up and over the head. Start to reach towards the left side of the room, finding length through the right side body. Come back to a neutral spine. Leave your foot where it is and bring your hands to your heart. If it feels accessible to you this morning, we're going to take the left foot, figure four, crossing left ankle over right thigh, finding a one-legged chair. Setting the hips down and back. Start to straighten the right knee, come back to standing, and bring the left knee in towards the chest. Take the hands to the left shin. Pull the left knee up towards your chest, and then slowly set it down. Shake out the right ankle a little bit. We'll try that on the other side. So left toes spread wide. Finding tree pose. Find a home for your right foot. And send your right knee out to the right side of the room. And then right hand drops to right leg. Left arm reaches up and over the head. Start to reach to the right side of the room, finding length through the left side body. Back to neutral. Hands gathered together at the sternum. Taking this into figure four if that feels okay this morning. And maybe your figure four comes into a one-legged chair. Start to straighten the standing knee. Bring the right knee in again. And then take your hands to your right shin. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. And then set it down. Good. Shake it out a little bit here. Coming to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Let's meet in our downward facing dog. Take your flow or skip it. And then from down dog, let's press forward into our plank pose. And take the right hand under the nose for side plank. Tilt your heels to the right and peel the left arm up. Take the variation you like here of side plank. Bottom knee down, maybe tree leg, maybe star pose. Find what you like here. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So take your time, drop the left hand down, same thing on the other side. We'll take several breaths here. Find your variation. See what feels good today.
I can't help but notice your great merch back there.
Thank you. Let's switch sides one more time. So right arm down, left arm up. You can come to seated if that's what's in your practice today.
That's what I was doing.
I know, that's why I mentioned it. And then one more time on the other side. Just checking in with your balance, seeing where you are today. And then when you're ready for child's pose, find your child's pose. This time, if you'd like to, you can take your hands back by your heels as you release your forehead down to the mat. Meeting back in downward facing dog. This time, take the right leg up high. We're going to bend the right knee and open the right hip over the left for balance, three-legged dog. If you want to flip, go ahead and flip. Make the right toe heavy, find the ground. Lift your hips, reach back, and flip dog. And then we'll come back to down dog splits, everybody meeting there. Take your right knee to your left elbow. Fallen star, extend the right leg out, come onto the knife edge of the right foot and feel the left arm up, lift the hips high. And then drop the left hand down for your pigeon pose. Come onto your back for figure four if that's more appropriate, crossing your right ankle over your left thigh. You can leave your left foot down on the ground or you can bring a block under it. So find your version of this pose. We'll settle in for 10 to 12 breaths. Start to make your way back onto your palms and find your way back to your downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a flow in between, feel free to take a flow. And then pedal your feet out. Shake your head. Maybe check your alignment by coming into plank and stacking your joints and then finding down dog again. Other side, left leg floats. You can take three-legged dog or you can balance your three-legged dog by rolling your hip open. You can flip your dog, left toes come down, right arm peels up if you want to. Meeting back in down dog splits. Take the left knee to the right elbow and find fallen warrior. Coming onto the knife edge of the left foot, peel the right arm up, lift the hips high. And then take the right hand back down and find your pigeon or your figure four. So find the appropriate pose for you. If you feel like your left hip's hovering in space, put a blanket under there or a sweatshirt. pillow, a block, something so that you can even out both hips. So they're in one plane. And then lower down. Start to make your way out. Find your way back to down dog. Go ahead and take another flow if you're feeling it. Jim, what time is it?
The final down dog of the practice.
It's the final down dog of the practice, Jim's favorite down dog. So take any movement you'd like.
Like this?
Anything you'd like. And we're gonna meet on hands and knees. Let's take a couple of cow cats before we come all the way down. Drop the belly down, big breath in. Exhale, round the spine, let it go. Drop your head, draw your shoulder blades away from one another. Take a few more at your own pace with your own breath. And then neutral spine, we're gonna come onto our belly for some belly back bends. Walk the knees behind the hips so your thighs are kind of pointing down to the ground. And then you're gonna lower down Ardha Chaturanga, pulling the elbows into the ribs, come all the way down. Walk your hands back by your ribs, poking your elbows up to the sky, and then bring your forehead to the mat. And as you inhale, come up to little cobra. As you exhale, drop the forehead. Let's do that again, little cobra, drop the forehead. And then if it feels accessible to you and okay in your back, you can come up into cobra pose, pressing up and straightening the elbows, but leaving the knees and shins down on the ground. If that feels like too much on your back, stay in your baby cobra. And then as you exhale, slowly bend the elbows, come all the way back down. One more time, baby cobra or cobra. Drop it down. Last back bend, option for seal, to slide your hands out way in front of you off the mat to the top corners. So you're making a V with your arms. Press your palms firmly into the mat and lift your chest as you straighten your elbows. You can also bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together for seal pose. No, that's okay.
More of a sea lion.
More of a sea lion. Come all the way down. Make a little pillow with your hands. Bring the cheek to the pillow. Tick-tock the legs back and forth with bent knees. And then we're going to press up, table pose, and find child's pose. You can walk your knees together and drape your chest over your closed legs for a little bit more of a counter pose in the low back. Or the counter pose that I like for back bends, cat pose. And from cat, you can put your hips back towards your heels a little more, straightening the elbows. So pick the counter pose that feels good to you. And then come forward, we're gonna take half chaturanga again, coming onto our belly. Drop down slowly, elbows into ribs. And then extend your right arm out in front of you. We're gonna roll onto our right hip, reaching back for the left foot. You can use a strap here to make the connection, or you can simply reach back in that direction. The idea is to find length through the quadricep muscles, those big muscles in the front of the leg. Those muscles get used a lot in yoga. Chair pose, warrior poses. So it feels nice to stretch them out. And then release the foot. We'll do it on the other side. Left arm comes up and over the head. Roll over onto your left hip. Reach back for the right foot. Release the foot. Come onto your belly, come onto hands and knees, and we'll make our way to a seated position. Let's go ahead and send the right leg out long. Rotate your torso over your extended right leg. And we're gonna take eagle arms if that's accessible. So it's arms out wide, and then your right arm will come under your left. You're gonna give yourself a high five. You can also take opposite hands to opposite shoulders. If you have opposite hands and opposite shoulders, lift your elbows up towards your nose. If you have eagle arms, lift your elbows up towards your nose. Rotate your torso over your extended leg and fold. Come back up. Unwind your arms. We're going to take, what's the name of this pose that I'm thinking of? Stargazer. So take your left hand to your left hip. We're going to come onto our left shin. Lift the hips high. Reach the right arm up and over your head. Find that stretch through your side body. And then start to lower your hips down a little bit. You're going to hover your hips. So really press into the left hand and hover, and then come back up on the inhalation. Let's do that again. Lower to hover. Use the strength in your arm. Come back up one more time. And then we're going to come all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Good. Let's switch sides. Rotate your torso. Take your arms out wide. This time left arm comes under right. So switch the cross. And then lift your elbows up. Find a little back bend, little mini back bend here. Extending over your left leg. Coming back up, unwind the arms, right hand near right hip, lift up onto the right shin, take the left arm up and over the head, and then lower the hips to hover. Do that again, lift up high, lower the hips to hover. One more time, lift up high. This time settle the hips all the way down. Good, we're gonna pull both knees in and make our way onto our backs. So lower yourself all the way down, pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, and then we're gonna roll over onto our right side, seedling pose, fetal position. Take your arms out in front of you, palms together, elbows are straight. Inhale, open the left arm up and over the head. Exhale, bring the palms back together. Do that again, big breath in as you open, big breath out as you close. One more time, open, open, open. We're gonna stay here. Scooch the shoulder blades under your body. See if you can get both shoulder blades to touch the mat or to come near to touching the mat. Close the clamshell. Roll onto your back. Take your hands to your shins and rock side to side. And then we'll do it on the other side. So you'll find seedling pose on your left. Elbow straight, palms together. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over behind you. Exhale, close palms together. Do it again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, close. This time we'll stay open for about 5 breaths, scooting the shoulder blades under your body. Your nose can face the ceiling. And then close the palms back together. Come onto your back one last time and take happy baby or take hip circles. Realign the spine and massage the low back. And then if there are any last adjustments you want to take before your final rest, you can do that. If you want to get something for under your knees for Shavasana, you can do that. Put on a sweatshirt, another layer. Preparing for our final rest. So settling in when you're ready. Take a final breath in. And let it go. Give yourself permission to soften, to melt. Just stay here for 3 or 4 minutes, and I will come back to rouse you. Start to deepen your breath. Invite some gentle movement back to your body. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll over onto your right side. When you feel ready to come up to a seat, meet me in a comfortable seat, legs crossed at the top of your mat. And bring your palms together at your heart. We'll share a final breath in Out. Thank you for coming to your mat today. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.